Okay. So please take your time, guys. I'll give you a minute more to go. But please prepare the following person to present your investigation output. Just read it before, just read it to us na lang po. No problem. No? We will just listen ang inyong ginawa po na investigation report. The first to present is Sir Henderson. Second is Ma'am Vicky. The third is Sir Albert. And then the fourth will be Ma'am Myrel. Okay?
Sir,
Four
sinong
of you
Albert,
guys
sir?
will present your po, Albert Paralag Geronimo.
Sige, sir.
Okay, so I'll give you 3 minutes more to go. After that, we will listen to your presentation. Sir Henderson, Ma'am Vicky, Sir Albert, and then Ma'am Mayrel. Guys, once tapos na po, please email your output sa rbamandaluyong@gmail.com. Okay, with your complete name. Thank you. Okay, welcome back again, guys. So let's start for our accident investigation reporting. So let's all welcome Safety Sir Henderson. Hello, sir.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Saan ba yung araw po? Ito na po. Yan. According sa video, sir, the contractor, I mean the company name is Kentex Manufacturing Corporation, and the accident happened at the date of May 13, 2015 in the morning, 11 a.m. The location is Barangay Ugong, Valenzuela City. The fact is, a factory in Barangay Ugong, Valenzuela City is being engulfed by flame. 72 people had died. It said that the tragedy during the morning of May 13, 2015 at 11 a.m. According to a worker named Leon Lo Alibambang, they are about to take their lunch break, but suddenly a smell of smoke brought to their attention. They urgently attend to the fire and try to extinguish it, but the fire had gone so big that they can extinguish it. And the fire lasted for about 7 hours. Sir, it is an accident, sir. And it causes that. Saan, sir, ang nakita kong cause niya ay improper storage of flammable material, lack of fire exit, lack of fire drill, then lack of equipment to extinguish the fire. And hindi rin sila, sir, hello? Hello? Hindi rin sila, sir, trained kasi sa nakikita ko parang correct me if I'm wrong, class B ata yung type ng flame. Kasi parang chemical siya eh. Sa tingin ko hindi siya agad mapapatay ng tubig lang na ayon sa video. Siguro, sir, baka naka-affect pa yung tubig na ginagamit nila lalo lumakas yung flame. Siguro dapat yung na lang, yung fire extinguisher natin para ma-separate man lang yung fuel sa oxygen, sir. Then, ang aking countermeasure, sir, siguro, sir, yung fire drill training, then sa administrative, sir, bigyan sila ng seminar for proper storage ng mga flammable material. Then installation of firefighting countermeasure like more extinguisher. Mas parang ang laki ng planta nila, parang kakaunti ata yung kanilang fire extinguisher. Fire alarm and your installation, sir, na fire mga sprinkler, ganun. Then sa nakita ko rin, sir, yung fire exit nila dapat ay clear of obstacle at all time. Kasi hindi natin alam kung kailan mangyayari yung accident, sir. Yun lang, sir.
Yun, very good. Thank you, Sir Henderson. Thank you for that observation. Thank you also for your investigation for the incident. No? So, yun po, nakita natin na ang pinaka-root cause talaga doon is parang lack of knowledge of the workers in relation to firefighting. Tama pa, Sir Henderson?
Yes, sir.
Yun. Okay, thank you very much, sir. And now, let's move forward to Ma'am Vicky. Ma'am Vicky Pasqua, good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello po.
So, ang contractor ko po is Kentex Manufacturing Corporation. Ang date and time of incident is May 13, 2015, 11 a.m. Location of incident is Valenzuela City. Fact of incidents or accidents is huge fire caused by malpractice of factory workers. A fire broke out when welding sparks ignited chemicals being stored near the entrance of the Kentex manufacturing factory. Type of incident or accident is the property damage, environmental concern, and security incidents. Causes and countermeasures is, cause niya po is yung kakulangan po sa kaalaman ng mga factory workers. Countermeasure ko naman po is provide fire extinguisher, tapos mas know kung paano gamitin po ito, tapos kailangan po tayo magkaroon ng proper orientation and training factory workers. Tapos mas provide proper fire exit and right signage po.
Yun, very good. Thank you very much, Ma'am Vicky, for that output. Okay? Yun. And now let's listen also to Sir Albert Geronimo. Sir Albert, good afternoon.
Yun, sir. Sir, sa akin, sir, yung contractor, sir, yung Context Manufacturing Corporation, sir. Time and date of incident, May 13, 2016, time of 11 a.m. Location of incident, Barangay Ugong, Valenzuela City. Sir, yung fact of incident, the incident was caused of fire due to the human error and improper storage of chemical. The welder activity near at the chemical used in making sleepers called super seal. When the spark of welding contact the chemical, it trigger a chemical reaction to produce fire and start up rapidly growth of fire. When the workers in first floor was making way to stop the fire using bucket of water, they failed to stop the fire, while the worker in the second floor was late when they realized that there is a fire. They panic and drop of good ways of emergency or fire exit that may cause them in death. Sir, yung type of incident ko, sir, nilagay ko doon property damage, environmental concern, sir.
Yeah, property damage. Tama po.
Tapos yung cause or countermeasure ko, sir, ay yung lack of knowledge ng mga workers, yung improper activity of welders, sir, and fire, sir. Tapos yung countermeasure or recommendation ko, sir, ensure that flammable and combustible materials was stored properly. Activities that involve ignition and flame must be assigned to safe area free from fire hazard. Meron niya silang fire exit, sir, kaso mahirap ito i-access at ibukas. Tapos kulang sila dapat may fire alarm sila, sir. Tapos ventilation kasi yung amoy, yung usok, yung kanong chemical reactions ng chemical, sir, na masakit sa ilong, kaya kailangan din ng ventilation, sir. Tapos more unit of first yun lamang, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yun, very good, no? So your recommendation are more on the engineering control and also the admin control. Thank you very much, Sir Albert Geronimo. And now last po, let's all welcome Ma'am Myrel. Ma'am Myrel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Sir, sa akin naman po, first is yung date and time of incident pa is on May 13, 2015 at 11 a.m. in the morning. Location is at Kentex Factory at Barangay Ugong, Valenzuela City. And then nag-start po yung burning, according po sa report, ay from the spark of welding machine to the chemical called super seal. And then first po sa first floor po nag-start, they try to stop the fire using some fire extinguisher and some bucket of water, but they are failed to stop it. And it's already spread around at the first floor. And also according to one of the survivor at the second floor, of the building, when it happens, they start to evacuate, but the first floor is already on fire. And the fire exit at the second floor is not accessible. And there is no signages and lack of locational map at the building. And it takes over 7 hours before it declared fire out, and it has a total of fatalities of 72. Ito, and then yung ano po doon, about po sa ano niya. Wait lang, sir. Sa type of incident niya is yung property damage nga po, and then about din po sa environmental.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma'am Myrel, no? Thank you for that observation and also your output for your accident investigation, no? It is more on property damage. Maraming salamat po. So please guys, send now your output for your incident investigation to rba.madalyong@gmail.com. Guys, whatever is the result of investigation, it should be properly disseminated upon approval by the management, properly disseminated to all members of your organization, to all employees and workers, so that they will be aware that these hazards are existing and these are the control measures that they should perform prior to the execution of a certain work activity. Okay? And then conduct investigation is a part of our administrative control in relation to safety hierarchy of control. Okay? Maraming salamat po mga safety officers sa inyong cooperation, no? From time to time, if there is a near miss, first aid case, incident related to injury, property damage, okay, dangerous occurrence, please immediately submit a report to your management. Okay? Moving forward, for our last topic this afternoon, we're going to discuss what are the roles of the safety officer. Ano ba talaga ang trabaho ni safety officer? Okay? So, after your graduation tomorrow, after you pass your exam, after you receive your certificate as Construction Safety Officer 2, these are your following roles to be implemented when you are going to apply na your responsibilities sa inyong respective construction site. Okay? The aim of this topic is to identify and discuss the roles and responsibilities of safety and health officer in your workplace, identify types of safety officer under the new OSH law, the Republic Act 11058. No? According pa sa new safety law, as per IAR, the DOLE 118/18, safety officer refers to any employee designated by your company and trained by DOLE or DOLE accredited training organization such as the RBA, tasked by the employer to ensure that OSH program is in accordance with the provision of the OSH standard. A certain employee of a certain organization trained, completed the basic training conducted by DOLE or a private STO accredited by DOLE to formulate, evaluate, and implement OSH program in your respective workplaces. Okay? The primary duty of a safety officer, guys, is the prevention of harm to people, property, environment, rather than responsibility of responding to unharmful events. Klarong-klaro po dito sa definition, guys, and klarong-klaro po dito sa ating discussion ngayon that the safety officer should be more on proactive measure rather than being a reactive. Reactive means responding to any instances that already happened. Late reaction. Therefore, we should be proactive, preventive in nature of harm to people, property, and environment, which kung saan po ang ating organization or establishment. Allow me to cite these different roles of a safety officer. You, safety officer, should help in the development and establishing of these OSH policies. Okay? Your OSH policies should be in parallel to the OSH standard as mandated, no, by the PD 442. Oversee the overall management of the OSH program in coordination with the OSH committee. Kasi in every establishment, in every organization, in every company, there should be a creation of the Occupational Safety and Health Committee. You should be the one to oversee the overall management of the OSH program. No? Frequently monitor and inspect any health and safety aspect of the operation. Assist in the government inspection, in the conduct of safety and health inspection, or any time whenever work is being performed. Kung pupunta po sa inyo si DOLE, kung pupunta man sa inyo dyan si Bureau of Fire to have the fire safety inspection, you should be the one to help them, to assist them, no, to conduct their goal or motive dyan sa inyong establishment. The youth safety officer also, as protected by the safety law, the Republic Act 11058, may issue a work stoppage order when necessary based on the requirement and procedure provided by the OSH law or OSH standards. According pa sa OSH law, if there is a presence of imminent danger, you safety officer can issue work stoppage order. Imminent danger means there is a presence of any instances that might result to death, fatality, or even permanent disability. Kung nakita mo siya, nakita mo isang hazard na andun na talaga siya sa high risk level, you have the power to issue work stoppage order. Aside from that, anticipate, identify, and evaluate hazardous condition and practices. Mahilig mag-ikot, have safety eye, can easily identify potential harm and hazard, develop hazard control designs, methods, procedures, and programs as part of your mitigating measure upon doing the hazard identification, upon doing the risk assessment. Implement, administer, and advise others on hazard control and hazard control program. No? Implementor, tagapangasiwa, nangunguna, pagbigay po ng mga impormasyon, pagbigay po ng mga advices in relation to hazard identification and control policies and programs in your workplaces. Act as the advisor capacity of the management. Acts as the COSH consultant, no? In partnership with the management. You should be the walking yellow book. You should be the one to interpret what is written in the COSH standard to your management. Conducts training, develop course module, especially if you have a hazardous activities, high-risk activities, that there should be a special training for them in order for these people to know what are the potential hazard of their specific task. Conduct audit, inspection, or even investigation in your workplace. Aside from that, you safety officer also should trained and educated in the discipline of accident prevention and loss control. You should be well-versed, trained, knowledgeable of different safety tools, no? Trained with and skillful of using different strategies, how to control potential loss, how to control potential accident in your site. With fundamental knowledge on physical, chemical, biological, and behavioral sciences, mathematics, business, training, education techniques, engineering concepts, and other related fields. You should have a basic knowledge, guys. A core knowledge in relation to all of these subjects. Dapat may alam kayo about chemicals, behavior of the people, living things, magaling sa math, engineering process, because nasa construction naman rin tayo. Basic things only, ha? And with knowledge to occupational safety and health standard regulation. Because paano po kayo magkakasabi na mali po or unsafe condition yun or unsafe act if hindi nyo po alam ano po ang tama or ano po ang standard? No? So, do not stop only in having this COSH course, but continue, no, to learn more, to dig more about facts, about the standard in relation to occupational safety and health. According, guys, to the Republic Act 11058, as per IIR, the DOLE 198-18, these are the level or categories of safety officer depending on the training that meron po siya. A safety officer 1 should completed the basic COSH training for 10 hours. Mandatory COSH training orientation plus 2 hours training of trainers. Si safety officer 1, he can handle a low-risk establishment. For safety officer 2, you should be completed the 40 hours basic training. Either it is a BOSH for general industry or COSH for construction industry. If you will work in a high-risk establishment, in a construction more than 10 people, you should be in a safety officer level 3. You completed the 40 hours basic training, either the BOSH or COSH, plus additional 48 advanced safety training, such as LCM, okay, safety program audit, or other mga short courses, basta mabubo lang yung 48 hours training. And other requirements prescribed by the OSH standards, plus a minimum of 2 years experience in OSH. A safety officer 4, okay, should have a mandatory training of 40 hours basic training and additional 80 hours of advanced or specialized basic or specialized occupational safety health training or other training courses relevant to your industry. Ulitin ko po, ha, si SO3 plus 48 hours lang siya na advanced safety training, pero kung SO4 kayo, plus 80 hours training. and have an actual experience as SO3 for the last 4 years in order for you to become an SO4. According also to the provision, the safety practitioner daw po ay ka-level ni SO3, the safety consultant ay ka-level po ni SO4. Okay? Aside from that, Safety Officer 4 are rated of 320 hours of OSH-related trainings or experience. Additional training may be converted to years of experience where 80 hours of training may be equal to 1 year of experience and vice versa. Other required as prescribed by the OSH standard, plus actual experience of SO3 in 4 years. Ang safety officer daw, kailangan magaling makipag-communicate sa iba. A good documenter. A good communicator. A good trainer. Mediator to all people involved in the establishment, organization, or project. And also, a good leader on and off from the job. A leader should talk as we, not I. Should motivate people. Okay? Should inspire people. Yun po. Should serve the people. And that is a task or a highlight to become a good leader. What is the biggest challenge, guys, of a safety officer? Ano ba ang pinaka-challenges for us para magiging safety officer talaga tayo? Ano ang isa sa pinakamahirap na bagay na gawin ng isang safety officer? No? What is the biggest challenge of a safety officer? Mag-isip ka. Isipin nyo nga, safety officers. Ano bang, kung meron na kayo sa field, ano bang isa sa pinakamahirap na trabaho po natin? Kung ando na talaga tayo sa sitwasyon na iyon. Is it to make the safety policies and procedure? Mahirap na ba yun siya? Mag-isip po tayo, maging gawa ng English procedures, maging gawing familiarization yung mga OSH standard. Yun bang pag-establish ng OSH committee or mag-facilitate ng mga regular meetings? Yun bang isa sa pinaka-greatest challenge for us? How about yung pag-conduct ng mga trainings and seminars? Isa ba yan siya sa pinakamahirap na trabaho ng isang safety officer? How about mag-conduct ng accident investigation after incident happened? Or how about submitting reports to DOLE, to our management, to other government agency? Either yun bang pag-implement ng hazard control measure? Yun ba isa sa pinakamahirap gawin sa site as a safety officer? If yan po ang nasa isip ninyo, that is not the greatest challenge of a safety officer. The answer is no. You know what, guys? The greatest challenge of a safety officer is to change the culture and mindset of the organization and its personnel. To create a safety culture in a certain organization. Lalong-lalo na po kung pumunta po kayo or na-assign kayo sa isang safety project or isang construction project na masyado silang relax. Walang safety culture na implement. And then magiging kontrabida po kayo once meron kayo introduce na mga safety program. Bakit yun ang isa sa pinakamalaking challenge for us? Because we believe, guys, that among all accident, 88% po andun is because of unsafe acts. Behavior po ng mga tao. Kahit gaano pa natin ka-explain sa kanila, kung hindi nila sundin, kung wala po ang safety sa kanilang puso, walang magagandang gawin o walang magagandang dulot ang pagiging safety officer ninyo sa organization. Kung hindi nyo po inculcate ang safety culture sa iyong organization, wala kayong makuhang suporta galing sa kanila. Kung hindi nyo po may paintindi sa ating mga tauhan, sa ating mga empleyado, sa ating mga workers, kung ano ang ibig sabihin talaga ng occupational safety and health or gaano ito kaimportante, walang mangyayari pa rin sa ating mga programa. So that is the biggest challenge for us, to change the behavior, to create a good culture of safety in our organization. Okay. These are the common negative management mindset about safety. Itong usually inisip ng ating mga bosses, ng ating mga managers, ng ating management in relation to safety. For them, ang safety for compliance purposes lang yan siya. Kailangan lang yan siya kung meron na aksidente nangyayari. Or para po kung merong DOLE investigation, meron tayong maparap sa kanila. Kasi po, sabi pa nila, ang safety daw slow downs production and cut profits. No? Nagpapahina po ng trabaho kasi palagi nagpa-stop work. Masyadong mabagal na po ang ating trabaho kasi andyan sila palagi. Aksidente, normal lang talaga yan sa trabaho. Normal lang yan sa operation. Accidents happen mainly because of carelessness of workers. Ang tanga kasi na aming mga tauhan. Walang alam. Walang pinag-aralan yan sila. That's why normal lang dito ma-aksidente. We cannot hinder it. It is the responsibility is just to comply with the law. We created this position because it is mandated by the law. Our standards are far better than the local standard. No? Mas maganda nga kaya ang standard natin compared sa sila sabi dyan ng DOLE at ng COSH standard. Or don't worry, if accident will happen, we have insurance naman to cover all of those things, all of these things. No? And then no necessity to manage safety at work. Yun usually ang negative mindset ng management sa atin if walang safety culture ang isang organization. How about the mindset of our workers? Kung wala pang safety culture sa kanilang puso or hindi pa nila pinapa-implement ang safety program sa kanilang workplace. According pa sa mga workers, ang aksidente, parte po yan ng trabaho. Normal lang po sa construction site ang madisgrasyahan. Accidents happen but only to other people, not me. I am already a senior with this task. Matagal na ako sa construction. Ang dami ko na napagdaanan na project. Sila pwede madisgrasya, but ako, imposible. If something's really dangerous, the danger can be clearly seen and avoidable. It's very obvious naman, and it's common sense. It's my life, so how can I work? How can I work is my business. Buhay ko naman ito, wala kayong pakialam. As long as I'm careful, I will be fine. Taking risks is a sign of courage and bravery. No? So that is the mindset of a person with no safety culture na ginagawa po niya. Alam niyo ba mga safety officers, these mindsets are the root causes of accident if you will not do something about it, if you will not correct that mindset, and many lives are destroyed because of accident, because of those mindset na nasa utak po ng mga tao natin tsaka ng management natin. Therefore, it is a greatest challenge for us to convince them to cooperate with us. It is a greatest challenge for us also to convince the management to have their support in implementing our OSH standard. It's a greatest challenge for us to put in the mind of our worker that safety is everybody's responsibility. The challenge of a safety officer is to change this mindset, to create safety culture. Okay? Challenge to a safety officer is to convince the management that they bear prime responsible for the safety of the employees. Remember, safety begins at the top. Kung walang suporta po ng ating mga boss, walang mangyayari po sa baba. Ang pinakamay responsibility po ng safety ng safety and health of our workplace is yung management pa rin. Remember guys, no? Sino ba pinapenalize ba sa RA 11058? Di ba the management? Sino ba pinapababayad ng 50,000 per day if walang PPE? Di ba si management? Sino ba mapenalize ng 100,000 if merong mahulog, mamatay? Di ba si management? So we should convince them that they should support us kasi sila ang hahabulin pa rin ng government once accident will happen. OSH is good for business and moral. If there will be no accident to happen, because we have the sustenance of safety implementation, the business will continue. There will be no hindrances. The moral of the people will elevated because they feel that they are protected habang sila po nagtatrabaho sa ating establishment. Everything possible must be done to protect employees because a safe and healthy workforce is a productive workforce. Okay? Kung sila po ay ligtas sa kapahamakan, kung sila po ay malusog, na hindi po sila makakuha ng sakit habang sila po nagtatrabaho, they will be more productive of attaining our target or goal. In attaining the target of our production na pwede po tayo makakatulong sa pag-success po ng ating organization. Okay. Provide data that shows improvement in safety and productivity after implementing a safety program or after complying with the standard. One of the means to convince our management is to show them the data that, sir, since you supported our program, we decreased the number of cases in our site. No? Since you supported our program, from 20 first aid cases last month, now we have only 5. Ang laki po ng pagbawas po, sir. Sir, since you supported our program, we reached the safe man hours without LTI or lost time incident. And that will boost the morale and will protect the image of our company. How about the means to convince our workers of following our programs and protocols? You, safety officer, should be a good example in and off from work. Huwag yung kayo pang nangunguna sa pag-violate ng mga safety protocols po sa site. Kayo po yung nakikita nila na hindi po nag-PPE. Kayo po yung nakikita nila na hindi man lang concerned about housekeeping. Kayo yung nakikita nila na pag-uwi, hindi po nag-helmet. So paano nyo sila ma-convince po about safety? Remember, you should always also say to these people that safety, that saying that nobody is immune from accident. And hence, everyone needs to be alert at work and look after one another. Kahit gaano pa kayo katagal sa ilarangan ng construction, anyone can have an accident if you are not careful of your acts. Saying also that accident destroys life, and it is their family who will suffer most. Inform them that the mere reason that they apply in your construction site because of for their family, for their children, for their wives. Once there will be accident to them, paano na po ang kanilang mga anak? Swerte po si kumpare, pupunta po si kumare doon kay kumpare, no? Or si asawa mo, pupunta kay kumpare kasi careless po siya sa trabaho. No? The prime reason why they are doing sacrifice every day in a construction site because of their family. Therefore, always touch the core of the reason, touch the heart of these people so that they will realize that is the essence of following safety rules and regulation. Remember that safety and health worker, a safe and healthy worker is a good provider to his family. Okay? These are the guiding principles of a safety officer. Safety and health can be managed. Yes. Every injury and illness can be prevented. Nothing we can do is worth getting hurt. An accident is not part of job. 90% of all accidents are preventable. You are working here because of your family. Hindi po kayo sundalo dito na pwede po kayo mamatay anytime. Therefore, cooperate, be a source or be a part of the solution of creating a safety culture in our organization, not to be a part of the problem na kayo mismo ang mag-cause po na tayo po ay ma-stop work. Okay? The safety officer needs to instill this principle in every person in the organization in order to effectively achieve his objective. So safety officer, kayo po, mga safety officers natin, you should be a good trainer, educator, relaying all standards to our people, relaying the good control measures in order for them to follow, to prevent and toward incident. Enforcer of the law, enforcer of our protocol, enforcer of our program, doing inspection thoroughly. A good inspector, develop already a safety eye, easily recognize potential hazard. A good investigator, digging up the root cause in order for us to do control measure, in order for us to prevent recurrence of safe incident. A good advisor, a consultant in relation to the COSH standard to our management and to our people, and also a friend, an advocate, okay? Creating diplomacy relationship to our people. Dati po, tapos na yung mga siga-siga na pulis. We should be a workers advocate, a friend na dapat lapitan nila anytime, tsaka andyan po tayo because responsibility natin na makakauwi ang ating mga trabahante araw-araw na ligtas at malusog galing sa trabaho. Okay? But above all, guys, be a role model safety officer on and off the job. Because hindi po naghihinto po yung safety officer task ninyo pag-log out ninyo sa inyong mga gates sa construction site. Even upon reaching in your home, you are a safety officer to your family, protecting the lives of your family. Okay? Safety. Asking me to overlook a simple safety violation would be asking me to compromise my entire attitude towards the value of your life. And that's all for the role of a safety officer. Okay? Sana po may natutunan po kayo sa ating mga discussion this today, sa ating day 4 po, sa ating construction, occupational safety and health, no? So I'm sure po na whatever is your learning, dapat i-apply rin natin sa actual situation kung saan man ang inyong mga construction projects. Okay? So any question, mga safety officers? Exhausted na? Okay, ang sarap ngayon, no? Kaya pag-uwi sa bahay, ang sarap na mag-relax, mag-chill, no? Tapos meron tayong mga dalawang super cold na sunmig light, no? Kasi pagod na pagod sa buong araw. Yun, ang sarap. And then bukas na naman, another 8 hours training. Tapos pagkatapos, mayroon po tayong post-test. And then we will receive immediately the certificate. Guys, please keep your certificate. That is a lifetime certificate already. And kailangan mag-elevate po tayo, no, from SO2 hanggang SO4 po. Okay? So in behalf po, no, ng ating mga trainers and RBA, congratulations in advance. No, you are now 80% certified construction safety officers. Okay? Yun po. Isang tulog na lang, bukas 100% na. Maraming salamat po sa inyong cooperation po, no? So kung may tanong pa kayo later on, please chat it sa i-chat nyo lang po dun sa ating chat box or just email us sa rbamanaluyong@gmail.com. Okay? I will leave you to Sir Lucky. Maraming salamat po, safety officers.
Thank you so much, Sir Ian. And
Thank you,
again
Sir
po,
Ian.
ayan, kung meron po kayong questions, may clarifications po kayo, you can send it to rbamandaluyong@gmail.com or rbaoutput@gmail.com. Or punta lang po kayo sa ating website, RBA Environmental Safety Consultants and Training Solution.com, at pwede po kayong mag-leave doon ng inyong mga questions. Okay, meron pong paalala lang po. So mag-review po tayo para bukas dahil meron po tayong post-test bukas. Ayan. And then, pwede nyo pong review ang lesson sa YouTube channel ng RBA po. Paalala lang po na lagi po kayong mag-on ng inyong mga cameras dahil as per monitoring po, meron pong mga magre-remedial kasi nakapag-off po sila ng camera ng mahigit sa 30 minutes. So, ibig sabihin po, sila po ay magre-remedial, hindi pa po nila makukuha yung kanilang certification hanggat hindi pa po sila nakapag-remedial at kailangan po nilang ipasa yung mga remedial exercises. Okay po? So, may tanong po kayo? May gusto po kayong i-clarify? Or what?
Sir, magbibigay ba kayo ng mga slides ng mga previews?
We can give you po the... Wait lang pa. Wait lang, sir. Try ko pong isend sa email niya lang po yung manual, hindi ko po makita sa akin.
Thank you.
Pero kahapon po parang isend ko na po sa ating chat box yung manual. Yan, sige sir. Send ko na lang sa email niyo po later. Meron naman na po kayong email.
Sir, thank you.
Send ko na lang po sa email. Okay, may clarity. Ang exam po natin bukas ay 4 o'clock. So, make sure po na ang kailangan po yung may pasa sa exam ay at least 60% po.
Anong oras, sir?
4 o'clock in the afternoon po.
Sige, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, ano yung mga kanya, sir? Coverage ng exam, sir.
Lahat po ng modules po.
Sige po, sir. Thank you.
Okay, multiple choices naman po yun. May pointers po ba sa exam? Lahat po ng mga topic. Okay. Wag po kayo mag-alala. Hindi naman po ganun kahirap yung exam. So,
Sir,
alam
ilan
ko
yung
po
magre-remedial, sir?
ano po?
Sir, ilan po yung magre-remedial?
10 po. Joke lang, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 po. I-PPM po namin sila personally para sila lang po nakakaalam. So kung meron po kayong kakaibang link na na-receive, ibig sabihin kasama po kayo sa magre-remedial.
Sir, excuse me, saan mahanap yung link na sir?
Link po ng ano, sir? Okay, may clarification pa. Pakicheck po yung chat box. Ayan. Okay po. May clarification pa po or okay na po? Okay, kung okay na po, pwede na po tayo mag-leave sa ating Zoom. Thank you po at ingat po kayo lahat.
Okay, thank you po, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Ingat po.
Thank you po, sir. God bless.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. God bless.